Everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you for coming back to my channel. It is Sunday, November 28, 2021. As you guys know, guys, I am a fashion designer, so news like this really, like, I feel so obligated to come and share with you. So I'm here to give you the breaking news. So today in Paris, we have Louis Vuitton, men's fashion director, designer, has passed away. His name was Virgil Abloh, and if you guys didn't know, he started working with Kanye West, and then he got the job at Louis Vuitton, and he's been on it for a couple years now. And apparently what they're saying with him was the fact that he had cancer, which he was diagnosed in 2019, yet not a lot of people know about it because he wanted to keep it private. So a couple things, this is so crazy because we see somebody who was basically doing a lot of stuff for fashion, being a designer for the men's fashion line for Louis Vuitton, and being so young himself. He was just 41 years old. Let me tell you guys, when I see things like this, and with all the respect to the family and himself and his memory, I just want to say, like, the fame that he obtained is, yes, through a lot of hard work, but like I always say about these celebrities, is the fact that they make deals behind closed doors that we are not aware of. And I do believe we have to be so careful when we say out there, or what people say to us, because a lot of people can speak things into us, and they say, when they learn that you want to be a fashion designer, they always say, oh, you want to be like so and so, or you want to be like this and the other. And I learned, guys, to say, I just want to be the person God created me to be. As you guys know my story, I'm Dominican, so the most Dominican famous designer there is Oscar de la Renta by far. So when I was growing up in the Dominican Republic, people would say things to me like, oh, you want to be just like him, or you want to do things just like him. And at that young age, you really don't know, so you follow along. But as you grow older and God gives you the wisdom and you get more in depth in the Bible and the Word of God, obviously, you learn things that you should have not ever say before, because this whole secret society and things like that. So be careful. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful when you say to your kids or to yourself, I just want to be as famous and as such. I want to have their exact life, things like that. Because why would you want somebody else's life? You want to be the best, the person God created you to be. And the reason that I'm talking about this is because we don't know how these big celebrity people, what do they do behind closed doors. Let me tell you guys, I am a fashion designer. I know what it is to do fashion shows. I done New York City fashion shows, a lot of fashion week and all of that stuff. But it's almost like you always climbing something that you know it's so strange, because there are new designers who just basically show up and out of nowhere they're on the top. And I'm not saying that's not obtainable, but what I'm saying is, these are the kingdoms of the earth, fame, money, fortune. um you know a lot of these people, to obtain that, they make deals with the devil. I am not saying that he did. All I'm saying is that he was 41 years old. He was working with Louis Vuitton, with the brand for so many years, and very famous. He was very good friends with Kanye West. I mean, like I said, he was an apprentice with Kanye West. He did an internship with him and all of that. But you just never know, what these people do behind closed doors. And here's the thing, though, there's a lot of conspiracy going out there saying how Kanye West probably sacrificed him and whatever. We don't know that stuff. I don't A lot of the times, basically a lot of these people end up like that out of nowhere. I have seen videos of the designer, Virgil Abloh. I have seen recent videos of him. Of course, he doesn't seem sick. He was in New York City in September for the Met Gala that they normally do. So he didn't seem like a sick person. But when people want to keep their private life hidden, if they're going through something, they do a good job of hiding it. But anyways, it's not like they say, something came out and they say, oh, he's in the hospital, please pray, like 2 days ago. Nothing like that. It's just, he died of cancer. But I just feel like that's so strange, because when people die of cancer, it's nothing unexpected. A lot of the times, from what I know, I'm not a perfect person, but a lot of the stories, they go through a process. It's not something that is unknown. I think it's very strange that there was no oh, he's hospitalized in critical condition type of news before receiving the news today that he actually passed at the age of 41 of cancer. But then again, we really don't know the truth. We just know what they put out there. I do pray for his family, and I think he had a daughter. Pray for his family, the wife and the daughter, and everybody, his close family and friends. This must be very hard, but once again, nobody, they need the comfort, but what I'm saying is just that you really don't know how your life can change. There are people online right now saying that he lived the best life, and that should be an example to all of us. Let me just tell you something, because I can totally relate to this story. I went to school for fashion. I did went to school in New York. I went to school in Milan. I opened my own business. I do fashion shows and things like that. Putting that all aside, I really just wanted to do the will of God for my life. A lot of people think that, you're like, oh, you can't wait to dress such and such celebrity, this and the other. Maybe every other designer might want to do that. I definitely not, like, that's not my thing. I see people as people, and like I say, once you know the truth about these big celebrities and what they do, like, do I really want to be dressed as a celebrity who makes deal with the devil just because they're famous? Do I really want that? No, I don't. So, and I understand everybody, like, grows in a different stage, and if they don't know the truth, they're not gonna think like that. They're like, yeah, of course I want to give them my dress so they can, wear my clothing. I really not looking for that. Even though a lot of people would think that's my dream, but it's not. At the end of the day, putting all the fashion thing aside, the whole idea of having stores all over the world, things like that, I just want to do what the will of God is for my life. And what I'm saying is, speaking of his life and how people are idolizing him, saying, he had the best life because he worked with the biggest fashion house there is, the Louis Vuitton fashion house. He was friends with a lot of celebrities. He has a lot of money. His family is set for life. He died at the age of 41 today out of cancer. And the only thing, guys, that's gonna matter, the only thing that's gonna be worthy at the end of your life is if you had a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Everything else is gonna evaporate like that. Nothing else will matter. And this is why I have to keep myself grounded, because yes, I have dreams and things like that, but am I living the life that God created me to live? Am I, I'm not saying for us to not reach for better things, to reach for a bigger audience, or like do bigger things. Like, you guys know, like, you look at my collection behind me, which I just changed the mannequins today. My main point of doing fashion and doing fashion week, it's so crazy, because I don't see it as spending my brand. I see it as spreading the message. This is why putting messages on the clothing is so important for me. Using worship music during the walk for the models is extremely important, because it's so crazy. I don't see it as brand expansion or like reaching new heights, nothing like that. I see it as the gospel reaching a different audience, because as I say in a lot of my videos, it's so much needed. And it's so crazy, because doing my little research that I just did, sorry about the camera moving, I found this article from Mr. Kanye West himself. And as you guys know, I don't know what's going on with him lately. He's doing a lot of things, getting himself in with people who are known to put Jesus down, who probably say very publicly that they don't believe in Jesus, like Mr. Marilyn Manson, but now he's buddy with Kanye West, and we know that bad company corrupt. It's not good. It's there, the verse in the Bible. I just can't recall it exactly right now, but you guys know what I mean. This guy has been hanging around a lot with Mr. Marilyn Manson, and during this church service with him, somebody like him, who, like Marilyn Manson himself, who's openly said a lot of things against Jesus, and now he decided to associate himself with Kanye West, and Kanye West thinks that's all okay, and we're just gonna overlook it because we as Christians, we should think that he's just basically trying to preach the gospel to him. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. So like I said, I was doing a quick research about Virgil Abloh, and there's an article from 2019, October 24, 2019, that came on W Magazine, which is, you guys didn't know, is one of the biggest fashion magazine, if not the biggest fashion magazine there is. Kanye West sat down for an interview, this is 2019, and he said that his job, he thinks that he should have Virgil Abloh's job at Louis Vuitton. This is what Kanye West said in 2019. And now, guys, I totally understand where the conspiracy theory is saying that Kanye West probably sacrificed him. Who knows for what? But all I'm saying is there was a couple years back when Kanye West said that he didn't have any money, and he met with the former president too. I remember him saying that, and he went on a crazy thing on Twitter talking about Nike and all the deals that he did and asking money to Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that happened. And this article is from the fall of 2019, where he said he should have this designer's job. So I don't know what to think of that. Like I said, guys, these people do crazy deals under the table at closed doors that we really don't know much about. This is why I don't think you should ever say to anybody, I want to be just so like so and so. So that is the news that's happening right now, guys. Like I said, with all the respect to his family, I hope that they find the peace that they need. All is only found in Jesus Christ, and I hope, I really hope that Virgil Abloh didn't just base his life about creating clothing and earning money, because at the end of the day, that all stays. And where is your soul when you die? Did you accept Christ as your personal savior? Did you change your life around? Were you, do you have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ? So only he knows, and I'm sure he knows all of that now. So that's all I'm gonna say, guys. Thank you again for coming back to my channel. Have a good night. God bless. So much for watching my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I hope to see you in the next video.